About time.
Do you know how many people messaged me with bone marrow recipes when all you have to do is just put it in the oven?
Welcome to the Instagram Pipe Makers Club podcast. It's the January. It's January challenge. Nate, you want to read what the
Maybe
challenge?
you got too much grease in your hair.
Me?
No, not you.
Me.
No, Kirk. Like he looks like Clark
Yes.
Kent.
Sorry.
He looks like the Fonz.
Hey,
Nate, did
So
you
the
not get a
announcement.
haircut yet?
No, I didn't get a haircut yet.
Let me see. Take off the hat.
They let you be in their wedding with your hair like that? Jeez.
Yeah, you
I
should have
thought
seen
that
the
was the whole
suit I
thing.
was wearing.
Is it tight?
Yeah, I was like a stuffed sausage up there. It was terrible.
Well, at least then nobody was looking at your hair.
I told my dad, I said, I feel like a stuffed sausage in this suit. And he
He
said,
said,
you
"You look
look
like
like
one."
one up there.
They're like,
And I
who's that
said,
fat,
thanks.
greasy guy with the shabby hair?
And a suit that's way too small. So
Who's that?
Jay
Fat guy
said,
and a
Definitely
little
pulling off the
coat.
Jack Black vibes.
yeah. Anyway, so for the month of January, Jay said, now for something very different. As the zodiac run mid months, February is both Aquarius and Pisces. With that in mind, Aquarius being an air sign and known for originality, and Pisces being a water sign known for imagination. Nobody wants their tobacco wet while smoking. Any shape, any material, however, it must have an integrated wind cap. Not the metal cap that you can buy aftermarket, an actually made wind cap, either attached or removable, but it must be attached to the pipe in some way.
Clarification. How is it attached or removable but still attached to a pipe?
Well, you have to be able to move it in order to light and load. But
Hmm.
like the ones
Like
that
you
I
get,
have, where it would flip up or it would slide away, either like the top or coming down in front. But I had one custom made once from Geo, and when you think of a wing, and I did see it on one on here that we'll look at, but the wind cap, in my mind, you know, if you're holding the pipe, you want the wind cap to open away from you so you can load it and light it and tamp it, not without having the top in your face. Otherwise, you can't see the bowl. So I have some that actually they're made like older ones that are made to go the other way, where then it blocks your view of the chamber. So I wanted to see what they would come up with and why. So the custom one that I had made opens the other way. He had originally put it that way, and I said, no, turn it around.
no, I wouldn't have thought about that, but you're right. It would completely block your view.
Yeah. So, Kirk, you
All
want
right.
to roll that beautiful pipe footage?
I prefer to load blind so I can char my rim really nice.
Well, you don't have to see what you're doing to, or not see what you're doing. Draw the rim. We can get a lesson on that from Native.
all right. So there's only a few entries this month. First is ZZ.
Is that a sink strainer?
Yeah, something. He used a strainer on top. You got, you gotta love him. Look, it was original. The pipe itself is great.
This
The
is
bamboo,
ZZ?
the shape, the doubling, the stem, everything. The strainer.
That dude, that pipe is way out of the ordinary for ZZ.
It's
Yeah.
normal looking.
It doesn't look ZZ style. That's surprising to me. I would not
Now,
have guessed this was
if
ZZ.
you look at the way the bowl itself comes off the shank, that one line and everything else, that's easy. the strainer is all ZZ.
Yeah. It reminds me of a Monty hat, like a Mountie, like a Canadian Mounted Police.
I thought you said a Monty hat, like Monty Python or something like that.
That's
No, like a Mountie hat.
Oh, like those dumb Canadian police
Yes, precisely.
with the stupid outfits.
Yeah, and the
Oh, them.
boots.
I mean look, you take that strainer off the top, it's a great pipe.
It's a
Mhm.
beautiful pipe.
The strainer. Sorry, ZZ. That's just funny.
I
It
freaking
looks,
love
it
it.
looks like a pork pie hat. I want to put a face on the front of the pipe.
No, what it looks like is the freaking screens that people put in the bottom of their weed pipes.
Oh, what do you guys call that stuff? You got
Weed?
no, you had another name for it on your when you record.
Oh, devil's lettuce.
The devil's lettuce.
Devil's lettuce. I gotta tell you, every time I hear you guys say that, I laugh.
Well, we definitely didn't make that up. That's a pretty common saying.
Yeah, like cheese toasty.
No, not like that at all. Now this is another one of ZZ's right here. I think this one is a little more fits the
Refined.
bill a little bit better.
Is
But
there a picture from the side?
no. No, there is not. Well, kinda, I guess. Go to that next picture there, Kurt. There you go.
There you go. I'm assuming it pivots out of the way.
It does. You can kind of see on the left-hand side there that there's I'm assuming a metal pin that goes through the briar on the left there, and it kind of swings.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
This looks like olive wood.
Yeah, I
It
have
does, yeah.
a Wally Frank that does that, and it looks like a walnut. The bowl itself, and the top slides away.
But on the last picture that he provided, it looks like the cap is completely removed. So maybe I'm just wrong. I don't know. Do you have that last picture on there, Kurt?
There it is.
Yeah,
It's a
see?
little blurry, but
No, I think it's just pivoted out of the way.
Well,
Otherwise, yeah, I think it's just slid out of the way. Otherwise, it
No.
wouldn't be there.
No, because there's an indent. If you look at the lid
Yeah, and
is-
if you look at the side, it has the indent where that slides in. Go
Right.
back one. Go. Yeah. There you go. It slides the other way.
Okay.
You know, away from us in that picture. There's the pin in it.
yeah. I don't think so.
I don't think so either. Because go to the next picture.
Or
Yeah.
that pin goes all the way through those back holes there, and it comes completely on and off with like a whole rod, like a half inch.
Because the pointy end of the lid is on the front of the pipe.
Yeah.
And in that picture of the lid, the pointy end is facing away from the pipe, which would be facing towards the pipe if there was a pin there.
Well, then he didn't meet the challenge.
Oh, ZZ.
I think he met it with the
one.
strainer.
Listen, the strainer itself.
We'll chalk it up to a language barrier. He just didn't understand.
Oh,
Well, either way, they're both beautiful pipes. I like the little indentions he did on the one with the integrated wind cap.
kind of radiator like.
Yeah, it reminded me of a radiator. Exactly
Looks
right.
like a
Yeah.
honey dipper.
It does a little bit look like a honey dipper.
Maybe.
A little bit, like a half of one.
this when he posted pictures of the strainer, I didn't know that was actually going to be his wind cap. I was thinking it was something to do with because sometimes you can use it for blasting or something like that. I thought maybe
Is that a third pipe?
Yeah, in the back there with the umbrella.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's another one. That's his wind cap. Okay, you got to give him something for originality.
I love it.
Now, this is what I was talking about. Absolutely beautiful. We all know his work is tremendous. His
Yeah.
artistic ability, his craftsmanship, his ideas. It's perfect, except the way it opens.
Well, it looks like it's fully hinged, so it would flip all the way back on top of the stem.
Is there a picture?
Yeah, it doesn't.
I don't see. I mean, he even, basically it's built into that. You see, you
It's
really did a great
absolutely
job.
gorgeous. Yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous.
I love the carving he did on top of the wind cap.
It's almost like a
Mhm.
teapot.
Yeah, it's exactly like a teapot. That's a good call.
Or like a, not a teapot, but a mocha pot that you make coffee in.
Okay, I'll give you that.
They have that like octagonal
Yeah.
Yeah.
top.
Reminds me
Black
of
coffee?
the old like tea that comes with the teapot, but it's like has the sugar and the cream. You know what I'm talking about? I have one
Nate
that's
doesn't know. He drinks his coffee black.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
no sugar.
I have a pumpkin
Of course you do.
from my great grandpa that he brought back from Japan, and it was and the top of it looks like the pumpkin part. That's what it reminded me of, kind of
Where is it?
out in the kitchen.
Come on, Kirk. Why aren't you
You,
prepared?
you should have had it here for us to see.
Hey, take a pipe and tamper break. Go walk to
You're
your
gonna use
kitchen.
a
Get your
reference that
pumpkin.
your grandfather got from Japan of a pumpkin, and you don't have it to show.
Can you
I
like go
like how
change
the
your curtains or something, Kirk, and then grab the pumpkin?
You know
Maybe
what
I
I
like how
really
the
like about what
fragrance.
he did? He followed that grain all the way up to where he hinged it. The whole pipe, the whole bowl matches the shaping of the lid. You see the lines?
hmm
Did he say what the accent ring is? It looks like mahogany
no,
or
he didn't
ebony.
say anything. Oh wait, no, here he did.
I
Let
think it's
me
ebony.
get my
Translator
freaking
on?
Italian translator.
Not Italian.
Yeah, Raphael's not.
Greek?
Raphael is Arzwaga, right?
He's Spanish.
That's
From
definitely not
Cuba.
Greek or Italian.
He's from Cuba. I'm working on helping him get his visa so he can come to the Chicago show.
Okay, he says materials are Brazos, Anaditos, Granadillo Pesador, alpaca. I'm just reading the words I can read.
But they're not English, bro.
No, Brezo, Grandillo,
Oh.
mango. There's
Ah.
mango. Cafeteria, and Roto.
Maybe that's his lunch order from the cafeteria.
I like how the pipe itself, the bowl, is almost paneled to match the lid perfectly.
You're right.
I really like that, and I love the way he carved that the part of the hinge that goes up from the bowl itself to meet the lid. It's
Yeah,
almost like a little spine he carved in there.
he really thought this out when he made it,
Yeah,
except for that one part. Now go ahead and show me something where it's open.
he didn't load one of those pictures.
I'm telling you, that looks like that hinges all the way back.
Well, it doesn't
Well,
because he has a picture of it open, and it looks like the wood is not like there it is. You see how it's stuck? Like the back part of the hinge is too thick, so it can't loop all the way over.
Right. Now you see if you're holding that in your mouth and you're clenching it and you're lighting it, you cannot see.
That's a simple,
Well,
I mean, that's a relatively simple correction he can make on this pipe, though, is thin out the wood so that it does flip all the way open. That would solve that issue if it flipped all the way open.
Yes, 100%.
One thing I was wondering is, are there
I know what you're going to
vents
say.
in the top?
Yeah, that's the other thing. You see that? I
are there
can't tell
what?
if it's a cork lining or something or a briar ring that fits into there. And if
It
that's the
looks
case, you couldn't close it while you were smoking it.
well. I think if you look, you can see how it looks hollow past the cork.
Yeah, but that's going to go inside the chamber while it's lit.
Right, but the cork is going to slide inside the chamber, and it's hollow above the cork, and he drilled holes.
Correct.
Oh, I didn't see the holes.
Well, you have the holes, but you still have that cork inside the chamber where it's lit.
Yeah,
It's
but the
going to
middle
char.
of the cork
Oh,
is
there's the
hollow.
holes. Yeah.
Yes.
See, he drilled those towards the cork, and then if you go back to the one where it's open,
Oh, I see what Nate's saying.
Yeah, like
so it's
He
like a reverse
hollowed out the inside of
calabash.
the cap.
Yeah,
the holes are going.
It's like the holes drilled in sideways.
Yeah,
yes, exactly.
Yeah, I
So
understand that.
go back to the open picture, Kurt. Inside the cork there, you can see it's hollow. So when you
Yeah,
You can
close the
see
cap, it will seal
Was there-
onto the bowl.
you can see the holes right in there.
correct.
Yeah.
I get that.
So what
But that-
don't you get?
what
That
Nate or
ring-
what Jay's saying is you're putting the cork inside the bowl while you
That-
have a lid.
It lit.
Oh, and you're afraid the cork's going to burn?
It's going to char. If you have a full bowl,
Oh,
if you have a full bowl and it's lit, you have a red hot cherry bowl in there, and you close that to smoke it. What's going to happen?
I think it's going to smoke beautifully.
You're going to char that cork, and if it's not cork, if it's briar, it's still going to char.
And you might be smoking the cork.
But if it's briar, wouldn't you just build up a little carbon on it like you would any other briar surface exposed to heat?
Hopefully, I
I
can't tell
do.
what it is.
I do see the concern.
You know, and the fact that the holes are drilled, like you said, to recess right over there, you could see those two right there.
Yeah.
Basically,
I s-
you're drawing the smoke up right to it.
I still think. I think if you lit it and you packed it, tamped it down, I think it'd be okay.
So this is a pipe where you would only smoke a half a bowl.
Yes.
Okay. As long as we understand that it's a half bowl pipe, then sure.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously we've pointed out some potential issues, but not to detract from this pipe, it is a beautiful pipe.
Oh, not to detract from it at all. It's an absolutely gorgeous pipe.
Yeah. It is beautiful.
I mean, everything about it.
Mhm.
The spine coming up, like you said, for the hinge, the way that it's shaped on top and carved, and the paneling that matches it. Beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, did an excellent job making it. Hey,
I just
Dave-
realized the top I thought it was something that was attached to the bowl, but it's actually turned, or not to the bowl, but the cap. That looks like it's actually part of the briar.
The knob.
The little knob on top.
like
Yeah.
carved into it as opposed to a separate
Oh, maybe
piece.
it's not. I don't know. It's
I
hard
think
to
it's
tell.
the same. I think it's the same material as the insert.
Is it okay?
You can see how it's, you know, on the other side of it. It has the
Yeah, it
lighter
is.
color.
On that view, you can tell it's not the
Yeah.
same material.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's an absolutely gorgeous pipe.
It is beautiful. All right. The next one there is, of course,
You,
freehand pipes.
I mean, look at Johan. Look at that thing. A true volcano with an eruption.
Yeah.
The contrast staining on that is,
Phenomenal.
dude, that captures volcano. Even like where the joint or where I would call it a shank, but that's barely a shank there.
Yeah.
That little nub of a shank looks like magma or lava hardened. It's
Hmm.
very volcanic. I'm loving that. The obsidian stem looking, I mean, it
Yeah.
looks very like volcanic glass.
Yeah. I mean, listen, his work is artistic. It's sculpture.
Yeah.
I mean, just look at that thing. I wonder if those tubes, I
You mean
mean, I know he put
smoke
them
can come
on
out of
there.
it?
It's
Yeah.
probably the airway, like the
Well, that's what I'm thinking.
No,
It would
that's
have to
definitely
be.
what it is. Yeah. Because that's the wind cap.
Yeah. How crazy would that be? And the smoke
To have
coming out of it?
actual smoke coming out of them. I think that'd be freaking cool.
Hmm.
I would put that up there with Radon's pieces where like the dragon head and smoke comes out of the nose.
Hmm. It's
Yeah, I see what
wild.
you're talking about with like the volcanic, magma and everything else at the bottom part there. That's
Yeah.
great.
Liquid
The
hot
fact that he didn't
magma.
make it, he didn't
The
make it like a true shape. You know what I mean? And it
yeah.
looks kind of like freehandish at the bottom is nice.
Well, he's at Freehand Pipes, so yeah. He used the grain really well to cater to that like lava flow look too.
That plateau part of it.
Yeah, I'm just like on that the left hand of that picture.
Yeah.
It looks like he tied the grain in with some rustication lines and stuff, it looks like. I don't know. He just really encapsulated volcano. Everything that you look at on this just screams volcano. Almost as if like
Yeah.
there's a second vent where the shank's at. It's like, you know how sometimes volcanoes will have like the main crater, the main vent, but then there's like a secondary vent on the side. It's almost like there's another portion down here at the bottom where the shank's at.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah,
It would
he
literally
did
be
a
like,
really nice job on that.
The stem looks cool. How he
Zoom into the bottom part of that stem in the shank more. Yeah, right there. Keep going. Right there. Stop.
I feel like I'm about to get rickrolled.
See, he put all the lines coming up.
You know, I'm really surprised a maker hasn't done that. Put like a rickroll somewhere in one of their pipes, and when we zoom in, we get rickrolled.
He just did a really great job on this. This is a piece that you have to look at on Instagram or on the YouTube or whatever because it really needs to be seen,
yeah,
especially with that cap on it. I wish he took a. Did he take a picture of the bottom of the cap?
he didn't.
That would just be
Or,
absolutely perfect if that was the actual address.
where's the
hole.
bottom of the pipe?
Well, I'm glad we got the bottom of the.
That plateau? Yeah, it looks like it is.
yeah, it's untouched plateau.
I mean, from there you could see the work that he put into the, top part of it with the finishing
Yeah,
and the contrast stain and all. I don't think that's part of the Briar, where the magma type is there. I think he put that on.
Oh, like epoxy?
Yeah, look at it. Zoom in there.
Could be.
You know what I mean? It just looks like
Yeah.
maybe he filled in the plateau over there with it.
Yeah.
I think he did. I think it's a great touch. It asks what the volcano is.
Yeah.
I think that's a great piece. That's just crazy.
It's incredible. I love Johan's work, man. He does such a great job.
2, 3, 8, 8 tubes. Enough of an airway. I don't know if you'd be able to suck air in through it when you draw, because they're kind of tall. Does he have other holes in there as
What's
well?
length got to do with it?
Well, it's just the diameter and the way that they're turning and everything else. Like if you had that on there, if you had that cap on there, they would have to go all the way through just so you can draw on the pipe. I mean, you don't want to be sucking an M&M through a straw.
Yeah.
But I think there was other holes in there. I can't tell.
Nope.
That's just crazy. He really did a great job.
Yeah, it's wild.
I would never have thought of a volcano like that with a wind cap.
No.
You would think of a regular pipe with a wind cap. That's next level.
Hmm.
Very cool. Very cool stuff.
Well,
I think that's
that's
all we had.
yep.
What's bothering me though, he has all these nice tobaccos behind the view here, but one of the tobacco jars has a question mark on it, and it has tobacco in it from one of the pictures I saw.
Yeah, but maybe that's his one that, he puts the little bits left in.
Mm.
The old Dottle jar.
Donald.
I don't mean little bits from the, from the bottom of the pie.
Smoking them stems.
Well, good stuff, guys.
Jay, what are you going to do to get more people to get involved in this?
Well, I mean, look, we had a lot of stuff going on this month between, you know, makers are getting ready for Chicago. They're getting ready for Muletown. There's a lot of shows coming up.
It's the best time of the year.
St. Louis is this coming weekend.
St. Louis is coming up. Yeah.
You going to St. Louis?
I have Bible quizzing.
Kirk, you going?
Um, no, I had thought about it. I was gonna maybe hit a ride with you, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I got a daddy-daughter dance on Sunday, but I know it's on Saturday, but
How far is St. Louis for you?
For me, 4.5 hours. I'm driving over Friday night, staying the night, coming back after the show Saturday night.
That's doable. I mean, I do that when I go to Pennsylvania. I mean, that's 3 hours, but it could take 4 or 5 with traffic, depending on what time I go. So I've never been to St. Louis to the show, but Muletown's coming up. Chicago's coming up. I know you guys are going to Muletown.
Indeed.
I'm still hoping to go to Muletown. I don't know because I won't be back from Mexico until that Sunday night, and I'll be off a couple of days before that. Then take off and fly out to Muletown. Just rough. And what's funny is my niece is going to be in Mexico with us, and she lives right in Nashville.
I was just looking through my text from you last year, and I have a text from you that says I'm definitely be going to Muletown next year.
Right. And that was,
Definitely is the
and
word
that was
that you used.
before my nephew decided to get married in Mexico the weekend before.
Whatever.
I wasn't, listen, I would much rather go to Muletown than spend $7,000 to go to a fucking wedding in Mexico.
Well,
I
great.
hear
Now
you
we have
on
to
that.
call this an explicit episode. Thanks, Jay.
Oh, shit.
I think you're
Oh.
allowed one. You're allowed one.
I'm allowed one.
yeah.
And
Oh
then
fuck, there's a
the
second
airport.
one.
What are you going to give as a gift? The fact that I'm going is a gift.
Yeah. You're blessed with
Destination
my
weddings are the
presence.
worst.
My daughter's going. You know, you have to remember too. You know, my daughter just got engaged, so we're planning her wedding, and you know the cost of weddings in New York are insane. We're doing it in Pennsylvania, and it's still insane. And then she's flying to Mexico for the wedding too. So it's, you know, 7 grand for her, 7 grand for me, for us. It's a lot.
Yeah.
I have a
That's
cousin
a
getting
hard
married,
no
and
if
she's
I'm
gonna
asked
be
to
in
go to spend
Hmm?
7 grand to go to a wedding. Hard no.
Well, it's an all inclusive resort where he's having it. So,
Still hard no.
but it's also a full day of travel. So it's not like I'm going to go there just for the wedding on Saturday.
Nate, are you pretending to smoke?
Yes, yes, yes,
You
yes,
I feel
phantom
very
smoking?
left out.
yes.
I
He
feel
is.
very left out. I just saw this sitting there and I thought, you know what?
Nate felt very uncomfortable not having something in his mouth with.
All right, I'm gonna put that down.
Well, since Jay made it awkward, Nate's gonna put it down.
That
All
is
right,
that
fellas, is
your
that it?
is that your Grunwald pipe?
That is my Grunwald pipe, yeah.
Show me that pipe.
It's a beautiful briar piece. It's got the acrylic tip.
Yep. You know, those are the same kind of tips that they use on the clay pipes.
I think they use clay tips on clay pipe, Jay.
You know, I mean the shape though.
Oh,
If you're
yeah,
very
yeah, yeah.
uncomfortable to clench, you can't clench a clay pipe. You bite it off.
No, you can't clinch this either. I tried. I put a softy bit on there, and it was of no help. For you can't clinch it, but it is one of the best stipping pipes I have. Paul does a great job over at Grunwald Pipes with these kind of Lord of the Rings inspired.
Yeah.
This is his wizard style. He has a ranger style that's a little more straight. They're great pipes.
There's my
I
ring.
spoke to him in Chicago.
Yeah.
That's one too. Yeah, there you go. I spoke to him in Chicago 2 years ago, I think, about
Yeah.
his pipes and all. And great guy. I mean, him and his son, great
Yeah,
people.
I remember I was there. He approached you in the tent with a
Oh,
little
that's
case.
right. Right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, we were sitting together. And if he's at Chicago this year, I'm going to get one.
You should. He sold out last year, I think.
Oh, you're
Or
gonna
if he
like
didn't, he
you're gonna
came.
get one like you're gonna go to absolutely gonna go to Muletown.
Definitely going to go to.
Two different
Definitely going to
things.
get one.
Listen, if I go to, I can't, if, you know, look, you can't be everywhere. I can't be at Chicago and Mexico and Muletown. I really, really want to go to Muletown. Even if I have to just fly in for the day, I'll see what I can do. But you guys also have your show coming up in September.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
You forgot.
Seriously?
No, I didn't. I think about it every day.
What is it, September
Me too.
18th or something like that?
20th.
20th. Right. My daughter's birthday is the 22nd.
Greatest pipe show ever created.
Okay, well, I'll see when I get there. But I am planning on coming to that.
He's definitely gonna come
Definitely going to be.
to
But
that.
it's only one day, the show? Yours?
Yeah. We're
And
doing
that's on
a
the 20th. What day is the 20th? Saturday?
Saturday, and we're doing a hangout on Friday.
Okay. Where?
At the
At
place.
the venue at the Mississinawa Cigar Company.
Who's closer
got
to there?
What's that?
Justin.
Justin's closer to there?
Yeah.
All right, well, and I'll fly in Friday. Justin, you'll get me from the airport.
Depends on where you fly into. If you fly
I'll
in,
fly into your airport.
if you
I
fly
know
into
you-
Indy, I can drive. I'd have to drive down to pick you up, which I can, and then drive back up. If you fly into Fort Wayne, depending what the prices are,
Well, Fort
Is it-
Wayne is closer to Kirk, right?
Yeah, I work right next to the Fort Wayne airport.
That's perfect.
there you go. Fly in on Friday.
That's what I'll fly in on Friday.
Kirk will
Fort
pick you
Wayne.
up after work.
Kirk will pick me up after work. We'll go hang out at Minnetonka. I'll go back.
Mrs. Sinawa.
Yeah, that's what I said. I'll go back with you, Justin, and I'll hang out with Sarah and the girls, and then we'll go to the show on Saturday, and I'll go right to the airport from there.
Sounds like a perfect plan. I think this definitely will happen.
I'm going to book my airfare tomorrow.
Sure. Yeah.
All right, fellas, I gotta head out of here.
Wait, so I'm going to fly into Fort Wayne, and then what airport would I fly out of? Indiana?
Wayne?
What? What's closer to Minnetonka?
Fort Wayne.
All right.
Nate's got to get off here. Let's stop making plans on a podcast that nobody
All
cares
right.
about.
Thanks for listening and watching.
And I will see you in Minnetonka, September 20th.